So when is too much knowledge a bad thing? It's the question at the heart of a new debate over genetic testing, with cheap kits now available online so that just about anyone can do genetic screening before having a child. But is the new trend empowering or paralyzing? And ABC's Bianca Goladriga has been looking into it. Bianca?
Good morning. Someone compared it to opening Pandora's box, Diane. Now, we know genetic testing has been available for some time, but now one company, 23andMe, is on a mission to use genetics as a way to revolutionize healthcare, going from reactionary to preventative. But in order to do so, they need to get a lot more samples. So who are they turning to for help? Mothers.
When I first learned about it, I was like, that's great. That sounds so cool. I don't want to have anything to do with that. I just had a lot of fear.
Reluctant at first, Kelcey Kintner is now a spitter. And she's blogging all about it.
How difficult can spitting be?
She is part of a bold new online initiative that aims to empower women in science with new knowledge about the experience of pregnancy. It's called the Pregnancy Community from the genetic coding company 23andMe.
One of the things we really want to do is allow women to have healthier pregnancies, because we believe that's going to lead to better health outcomes for you and, most importantly, for your child.
Co-founders Linda Avey and Ann Wojcicki were credited with Time Magazine's Invention of the Year in 2008 by offering cheap and simple genetic testing for the masses. For just under $400 and using just 2.5 milliliters of saliva, the company will map out your DNA and tell you if you're predisposed to as many as 90 different conditions. Everything from the likelihood of craving dark chocolate or succeeding at sprinting to having lupus or lactose intolerance.
What we do is explain these little bits of differences that make us all unique individuals.
Now the Silicon Valley startup is combining their testing service with a new community of scientists, mothers, and bloggers like Kelcey to help vastly increase the dialogue and database surrounding pregnancy and ultimately put more information into the patient's hands.
And this is something that you think can revolutionize the way pregnant women get their health care.
I think, if anything, it will heighten maybe and elevate the conversation between patient and doctor and take it to a new level that it hasn't been before. And I do think women will feel empowered.
And for Ann Wojcicki, it's not just business, it's personal. Ann's husband is Google co-founder Sergey Brin. The couple recently discovered through testing that Sergey is predisposed to Parkinson's disease, which means it may become an issue for their newborn son as well.
We feel like we've been really empowered. We want to focus on the treatment for Sergey, but I'm really focused also on the prevention.
The idea of knowing is obviously to do something about it.
If our son does find out that he's at higher risk for Parkinson's, and if he ever developed it, that there would be something he could really do about it.
Still, the mass marketing of genetic testing has caused trepidation and even controversy.
I think it's a little bit of playing God and have to go through probably counseling to deal with the consequences.
Almost too much information can be a scary thing.
Some of your critics are at least concerned about or the ramifications of this leading to people going crazy or people being depressed or people worrying about something maybe they shouldn't worry about yet, and there's nothing that they can really do about it to begin with. Why should people at home not be afraid of this?
We don't look at genetics as deterministic so much as just a helpful tool in improving human life. I think in the future we'll think, wow, you didn't do this and you could have known that your child was predisposed for things that you could have tried to prevent.
One of the most prevalent concerns surrounding the information is whether it can be used in a discriminatory way against you or your child. Well, last year, the Genetic Information Non-Discrimination Act was passed. It's intended to protect Americans against genetic discrimination when it comes to health insurance and employment. So we want to ask America, what would you do? What would you do with all of this knowledge? Do you want to know maybe your child's going to be predisposed to something that you can deal with now? Well, we want you to go on our website and weigh in.
I wonder if you could get them just to give you the diseases that can be prevented, that we know can be prevented, and then there's another envelope that has the ones that you're not sure you can prevent.
I took the test, and I have to tell you, when I got the results, it took me 30 minutes to open them. And then the cancer and Parkinson's and all that have locks on them. So that's something that you have to really think about before you open. Luckily, I'm not predisposed to cancer, but psoriasis I'm predisposed to, arthritis I'm predisposed to, and there are chat groups on there, so you can find out information other people are actually logging on. It's interesting.
Okay, do weigh in online.